the USA? Do you know about the government? Can you tell me about the Constitution? Hey, learn about the USA.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
We, the people, affirm that the government of the United States exists to serve its citizens.
I was elected to get him the hell out of here, and the courts are holding me from doing it.
But even given those numbers that you're talking about, don't you need to uphold the Constitution of the United States as president?
I don't know. I have to respond by saying again, I have brilliant lawyers that work for me, and they are going to obviously follow what the Supreme Court said.
You guys know I love doing spiritual learning videos, but today we're going to do a learning video of a different type. We're going to do a quick breakdown of the Constitution, its amendments like the Bill of Rights, how it serves you, and just your fundamental rights as a human being. Let's start off really easy. What is the Constitution? The best way to describe it is, did you ever go into your back room at your workplace or a common area like the lunchroom and see all these posters up? Basically, they're telling you your rights as an employee, and this is so you don't get taken advantage of by your boss. A lot of times it will have phrases like know your rights. Well, the Constitution is just like that poster, but it's not protecting you from your boss. It's protecting you from the government and how it might take advantage of its citizens. Who wrote the Constitution? James Madison, Gouverneur Morris, and other notable delegates. The founding fathers such as George Washington and Benjamin Franklin. The Constitution of the United States was signed on September 17, 1787. Why was the Constitution written? To address the weakness of the Articles of Confederation, which had created a weak central government. The U.S. Constitution consists of 7 articles and 27 amendments. Now, let's go over the first 7 articles of the Constitution.
In 1787, I'm told our founding fathers did agree to write a list of principles for keeping people free. The USA was just starting out a whole brand new country, and so our people spelled it out, the things that we should be. And they put those principles down on paper and called it the Constitution. And it's been helping us run our country ever since then. The first part of the Constitution is called the Preamble and tells what those founding fathers set out to do. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
The first article in the Constitution talks about the legislative branch. Second article is the executive branch. The third article is the judicial branch. The fourth article is relationships between the states. The fifth article is about amending the Constitution. The sixth is about national debts, supremacy of national law, and oaths of office. And the seventh article is ratifying the Constitution. What does that all mean, you're wondering? The 7 articles of the U.S. Constitution lay out the fundamental structure and power of the federal government defining the roles of the legislative, executive, and judicial branches, the relationship between states and the federal government, the process for amending the Constitution. In essence, they create the blueprint for how the government functions and protects the rights of its people. Now, let's get to those amendments.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee, but I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will, but today I am still just a bill.
The first 10 amendments are in one bill called the Bill of Rights. The first 10 amendments of the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, were passed on December 15, 1791. They guaranteed basic rights and freedoms to the people, while also limiting the power of the federal government. Let's go over the amendments. Amendment 1 is freedom of religion, speech, press, and assembly, to let the government know if you disagree with its actions. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms, meaning weapons. Amendment 3, troops may not be quartered, which means housed, in homes during times of peace. If you don't know what this amendment means, back in the day, they used to force residents to give up their house so the military could stay there. This amendment makes it impossible for the government to compel a person to quarter military personnel without their consent. Amendment number 4, no unreasonable search or seizures. This amendment ensures that law enforcement must obtain a warrant that's supported by probable cause and specify a place to be searched and the items to be seized. Amendment number 5, if you are accused of a crime, you're innocent until proven guilty, which a jury will decide. This amendment protects its people against self-incrimination, double jeopardy, and requires due process of law, among other things. Amendment 6, you have a right to a speedy and fair trial by an impartial jury. Amendment 7, right to a trial by a jury. Amendment 8, no excessive bail or fines, no cruel or unusual punishment. This amendment assures that the government cannot demand unreasonably high bail, impose overly large fines, or inflict a punishment that is barbaric or disproportionate to what the crime was. Amendment 9. Citizens have additional rights that are not listed in the Constitution of the United States. These are the fundamental rights that people have. Amendment 10. The government can only do what is stated in the Constitution. The rest of it is up to the citizens and the states. Fundamental rights, while not explicitly listed in the Constitution, are understood to be protected by the 9th Amendment and the 14th Amendment. Amendment 11 states that an individual cannot sue a state in the federal court. Amendment 12 states that there should be separate ballots for president and vice president. Amendment 13 abolishes slavery. Amendment 14 says that if you are born or naturalized in the United States, then you are a citizen. Amendment 15 states that the government cannot prevent a person from voting because of race, color, or creed. Amendment 16 states that Congress can collect income tax. Amendment 17 states popular election of U.S. senators. Amendment 18 was prohibition. Amendment 19 gave women the right to vote. Amendment 20 states that presidents must take office on January 20th instead of March 4th. Amendment 21 repealed prohibition. Amendment 22, presidents can only serve 2 terms. Amendment 23, Washington, D.C. residents can vote for presidents. Number 24, the anti-poll tax. This amendment made it so you wouldn't have to pay for voting. Amendment number 25 lays down the rules for who becomes president if the president dies or resigns, etc. Amendment number 26 made it so you needed to be at least 18 years old before you can vote. And Amendment number 27 made it so Congress could not accept a pay raise until their next term. Why is the Constitution hard to amend? It's difficult to amend due to a deliberate multi-stage process designed to safeguard it as the foundation of the nation's government. This process requires supermajority support at both the federal and state levels, making it a formidable challenge. The amendment process is designed to be slow and deliberate, ensuring that any changes to the Constitution are well considered and not the result of fleeting public opinion or political pressure. The Constitution's emphasis on protecting individual rights is also a factor in its difficulty to amend, as changes could potentially impact those rights. In essence, the amendment process is designed to be difficult, ensuring that the Constitution remains a powerful and enduring foundation for American government and society.
1787, I'm told our founding fathers all sat down and wrote a list of principles that's known the world around. The USA was just starting out, a whole brand new country, and so our people spelled it out. They wanted a land of liberty, and the preamble goes like this. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty. To ourselves and our posterity do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America, for the United States of America.